Goku! 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 Can't afford to lose. Everyone's counting on me.
It's Vergil, and in this one, we're going to be doing my updated top 10 best units tier list here on Dragon Ball Legends for the 7th anniversary part 1. We just got a new transforming Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, transforming Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, the 1% sparking tag switch Kale and Caulifla, and the 1% Super Saiyan transforming to Super Saiyan 2 Cabba. So all of them are great in their own right. Honestly, I think the devs did a really great job designing all these characters. They fit on numerous comps. They're bringing a lot of characters back into the meta. A lot of units are kind of seeing less usage and being pushed out, not even from like a bad standpoint, just meta shifts. We got a lot of fluctuation in the top 10 list from really powerful catalysts, simply just not having enough team synergies, team versatilities, or even just simply off color, right? We have one of the strongest units in the game, Cell, just struggling against the best blue units in the game right now, and that's not to say that he can't compete, because he definitely can, but I think my value for him dropped quite drastically from seeing how much damage he takes from a simple auto dodge from MUI, or even a counter nuclear on one of these red units in the game. So yeah, before we do dive in, make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, because I do upload every single day with Legends content. Without further ado, we're going to be starting from the 10, moving all the way to the top, and then we'll go over some honorable mentions here. But it was a little bit difficult for me to formulate this list because there really is so many interchangeables. Daima is still the best synergistic team in the game. However, I do think Universe Rep competes with it to a T. Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku just being the most individually broken character in the game. So, his damage multipliers, he's just got one of the highest damage dealing kits in the game. This guy's doing, 2 strikes is over half your health, or like in most cases, and we're rating these units at max stars as well. I do only have mine at like red 4 for both of the new characters, so it's pretty close. And I'm assuming you guys know who I'm going to put at number 1 there already. I kind of want to take my time at the bottom row here. Number 10 really was the most difficult because I think the tier list style was more warranted for this, so you guys can get an idea where these units place amongst each other. But I know y'all do prefer to see a really locked in number placement, and it took me a minute to make this. So like I said, take a second to drop a like, because this is actually the 2nd or 3rd time I'm recording a different list after further testings. Number 10 is going to be tied. It's going to be tied. Something like this. Oh, 10 and 9. I just realized I have 10 and 9 here. So, it's between these 3 characters. We do have Ultra Cell just being a red unit. He just takes too much damage. So, outside of that, he doesn't have as many teams to kind of either protect him or complement him as much as the rest of the cast here on the list. So there's just so many Saiyans, so many Sun family units, and he is just on what, a forced blast based comp, because he's a range type character. Any of his tags, where I don't see one powerful opponent up here. I mean, MVP is a great complementer for him. It's always been one of his best partners, but missing a third. And just in general, there's not too much variety to go around from him. You could argue Evo Vegeta, this combination right here, should be very powerful, whether you're running androids, whether you're running Universe Rep, and you can slap one of them on leader. That can be very good. And his just general kit is super strong still. So in Nullifying Endurance for existing, the anti-blast armor cards, blast armor. He has a nuclear ultimate. You can just rush at any given moment for a majority of the characters in the game. So I think he is fantastic still. There's a lot of yellows to go around, but with the strongest units in the game being blue, I just think his survivability rate is a lot lower. And like I said, he's just not on too many teams. He doesn't have too much relevance in the meta. He can be a great option to counter some of these teams, considering there's so many strong yellows. It's a team game. So, there's too many factors against him right now. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta still on the best team in the game, or one of the best teams, with being Daima. I think Daima has the best glue type. All these units support each other and complement each other the best in the game still. So if you have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and you have Majin Ku, still one of the best standard teams. And obviously in Proud, they have a full dynamic there. This guy can be Zenkai buffed by the mini Goku. It's got a lot of factors as well from Saiyans, Saiyans. That's pretty much it. If you want to run him on a Saiyans comp, Vegeta clan comp, he's got some other dynamics. I do think he needs to be a little bit juiced, so Q support is almost warranted. He's green. It also counters the best color in the game, which is blue. And that's pretty much it. He's got a couple of other quirks. Last man standing, vanish removal. He's got good disrupt. He's got some pretty superb, you know, combo potential as well, like some really good burst damage. And that's really much too. He's nothing special, and I do think he's competing with a lot of these late game greens. The Super Saiyan 3 Goku, it could be interchangeable in this back end as well. So that's just how it is. Kale and Caulifla specifically, I think they're great. I was actually sleeping on them. I haven't used them too much, and I'm glad I did, because I have to mention them in this 10-9 area, because they are really good with the new MUI Goku. So these guys, they're Saiyan's characters, so they can receive a couple of different Zenkai buffers, whether that's like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, can be ran alongside Majin Vegeta, MUI Goku. So this combination right here is very powerful. The tag switch, the disrupt, the healing, they play like Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta back in the day, but just more viable, obviously. Like Universe Rep in itself has a lot of great options right now. Green kind of covering or advantage towards the Goku, yellow kind of advantage towards this Super Saiyan Blue evolved Vegeta. So, you know, you can actually utilize them quite a bit. Really good damage. The one thing is just no, you know, secondary life. You know, they do their role, honestly. They do. They have the sub count lock, and that was the one thing I was like, have one thing. The sub count lock in, so if you're tag switch or get him in a long combo, sub count lock in, you can potentially snipe a character. So that is also really strong. 7-8, who did I have here? I had to formulate, I told you guys I had to formulate this list a couple of times. But we are going to slap, I think it was this. I'm almost certain it was this. So we have Kid, no, it was this. I'm sorry. You guys are probably thinking, what the hell? So 10, 9, 8, 7. I think it's this. I think Beast Gohan at 7, and I have Majin Q at 8. So Majin Q, Beast Gohan, people are probably having different takes right now. Majin Q, I don't think there's anything wrong with this character. He's one of the best. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's the highest 1% character I have on this list. Obviously, there's a lot to go on with him. He has one of the best teams in the game, and that's pretty much it. So he's on one team, which is why I kind of bumped him down. He used to be like a top 3 character on my previous list when Daima was the best team in the game. Now there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of factors in the game, and with him only being on that team, you're not really, you know, you could leader slot him, but it's like, I don't know, man. We do have a little bit of, you know, protection against his debuffs with the new characters, but it's nothing too significant. You still can get paralyzed. You still can get fainted. You can still get disrupt. He offers great support, and like I said, he juices up the Super Saiyan 4 and the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for one of the best teams in the game. So he does have that spot warranted. Great damage, great overall character. However, he's on one team. Not too much versatility to him, and that's just how it is. Beast Gohan, he's just got it still. So the snipe mechanic with this special beam cannon is really keeping him afloat. He's got some really high damage potential as well. Great team diversity. So whether you want to run him on movies, I think movies is still one of the best teams in the game. So if you want to do something like this and then have Turles as the third, great composition right there. This guy has the gauge, which is a great rush protection. So one of the things from Cell. So if you're, you know, running into a Cell, at least you can swap into Beast Gohan, be protected. Or if you have an ultimate, he has that guaranteed protection if you utilize it correctly. But it's really just a snipe play. So if you know, have him on late game, you can pick and choose a character that you just nullify their endurance. So any unit like MV, MUI Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku, this guy, if he doesn't have his indestructible, any character without a guaranteed indestructible or comeback mechanic is susceptible to dying to Beast Gohan. It's the same way with Cell. Like if this guy just hits you with a nuclear ult or a rising rush, Beast Gohan has his methods with doing that with his special beam active gauge. And I think, like I said, he is also a great complement for MUI. So if you want to run something like this for a Sun Family slash Saiyans comp, this is one of the best teams in the game as well. It's pretty much the same team that I would argue for Saiyans. I think this one is a little bit better. The snipe for Majin Vegeta, the actual playstyle that Majin Vegeta has with his kits, AoE green cards, just a lot easier to kind of use in the game. It's as simple as that. Majin Vegeta is just an easier character. He also lock-in snipes, so he has his own methods, and he is going to be placed a little bit higher than Beast Gohan. And that's really it. I think Beast Gohan partners well with the best units in the game. Typing wise, and tag wise. So Sun Family, strike based, you know, you can mix it up, etc. 5, 6, we're going to move over to Kid Goku and Evo Vegeta. This one is crazy because I'm seeing Evo Vegeta just being a little bit downplayed, and it's completely understandable, right? There's a couple of instances where I've seen some inconsistencies with him, and especially in his blue card. There's a lot of moments where the blue card just does not deal the work. Obviously, he's a character that you want to get to level 3 gauge as soon as possible. So anything before level 3, you know, he's on his way up. But at level 3, he becomes kind of that train. He just keeps going. It's really easy to fill up his gauge because it's moving while he's on the field. It's increasing. You're also charging, which makes it go faster. The gauge, or the green card, excuse me, makes it go faster. And every single card you click makes it go faster. So that's constant cover nullification. You nullify endurance on your blue card as well. So at level 3, units like MUI Goku, or these things cannot be canceled. That is the specific detail for it. It's a blue card that or nullifies endurance, and that can't be canceled. So you're sniping units with that ability right there. He's got a lot of important partners to also protect him. So say if you're, you know, Majin Vegeta and you want to snipe him, if you have a unit like Kaba on the sideline, he cancels buff effects. That is the one reason that Kaba even has, you know, that's a really good feat about him. It's one of the main things about him. And MVP 17, this is a popular team right here. So lowering the damage you're taking from the ultimate, canceling the buff effects. This guy is very star dependent. So I've realized that most people will not appreciate him until that higher star threshold. Even then, the blue card is a little bit questionable, but then again, it has to be level 3 gauge, and I do think he is extremely star dependent. Lower stars, in general, his overall blast damage is extremely competent. He has so many different tags, so he complements well with, even despite being a blast-oriented unit, I do think he matches up with Goku really good. So whether that's on God Key, whether that's on Universe Rep, whether that's on, you know, any of these team compositions that they would be featured on together, separate. So something like this, I mentioned it earlier, if you want to run Cell MVP, you do Universe Rep. You could do androids, or Vegeta specifically. I'm thinking other builds. Vegeta Clan's also really good, so any comp with Majin Vegeta is going to be fantastic. Really just universe reps. This is what I've been running personally. So MVP lead, I'm able to Zenkai buff MUI and MVP and have Vegeta kind of just be that combo machine that sets up MUI for a lot of different plays there. But God Key, there's just a lot of options that you can run as well. So yeah, Vegeta should be pretty high on the list. I think he becomes super bulky. With higher stars, he's able to obviously deal much more damage, but he becomes a monster. There's just some units that aren't the same at lower stars, and he is one of them, unfortunately. So I've peeped that. I used him at 4, 5, 6 stars, and I was extremely impressed. Now I have him at red 4 stars, and this guy is a different unit. I'm telling you guys, I have him at that 5 marker. Kid Goku, he's the one unit in the game with guaranteed protection that's relevant to be ran on right now. I mean, you got Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but he needs to be on Daima, so this guy does not have a prerequisite. His damage ceiling is extremely high with his double gauge, so as long as you're able to fill that up, his general damage inflicted, good cover nullification, good vanish restore, all his damage, his blue card's hitting, his strikes are hitting, his teams are hitting. So Sun Family Saiyans on Proud, I think Saiyans is the strongest team right now. So I'm having a Proud team that looks like this is going to be very disgusting. So if you have something like this, you could have Vegeta on the team. I personally have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so it's really just Majin Vegeta on Sun Family, but it is also Saiyan. So this team is just stupendous, you guys. I'm telling y'all. It might be worth the testament right there, but let me do this. Let me fix back the list. So I'm not getting it all over the place right there. But yeah, Saiyans is obviously really good, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, this guy just plays a really fantastic role outside of DB. I mean, he's not even having his peak equips, which would be on DB. So we got 3, 4 here. I'm going to be placing God Goku at number 4 and Majin Vegeta at number 3. It's crazy to see how well this Majin Vegeta is aging because he has fluctuated through the list. I think he decreased a lot when Cell dropped. Now that there's top blue units that are not only paired alongside Majin Vegeta is playing against everyone in the game, and he has been. His utility is just, you know, it's second to none. He has the snipe in, lock in, really easy to use AoE green. He has the gauge to protect him as well. And it comes down to that. You can control your type neutral. Obviously, this is a gauge that's easy to burn out, but it's a unit that you want to protect the gauge for important situations like that as well. Cancel buff effects, second life, and it's really just a team dynamic. So units that don't have endurance, Like this guy, MUI. There's a lot of moments that you won't be able to kill them. Say if Kaba is on the team, you just can't snipe them. If you have MVP, they're gonna lower the ultimate damage. I've had moments where Majin Vegeta hasn't killed, but hear me out, man. In most instances, if you have him on a correct setup, he will kill. So that's just how it is. It's so easy to snipe and play with this unit that it'd be dumb to not have him at least in your top 5 list right now. We're gonna be putting Evo back here. The Slack, this guy, you guys can't believe he's even top 4. It doesn't make sense if you don't have him at least top 5. 6 the lowest, 6, 7 the lowest. Oh my god, all of these guys have ranges. That's how you just rate list. There's arguable placements. There's nothing that is usually this is number 1 100%. It's very rare for something to be 100%. Even the number 1 characters that I'm about to slap on here, you can argue like, and even then it's tough because best team in the game, I still believe to be Daima. It's just easy. These guys all complement each other like no other. The juice, the utility behind this unit right here, the combo potential, easy Vanish Restore. It's the same thing for God Goku. I didn't mention anything about him, but his immunities, AoE green, easy type neutral. I say Vanish Restore. AoE, his team comps. Oh, his team comps. Oh my god, it's the best team in the game. Best team in the game right here. So Sun Family Saiyans, you throw Majin Vegeta on leader role, something like that. Just any Saiyans party. These guys are just ruling the game right now, which is why this guy's so high, which is why this guy's still able to be so high. Despite being Blast, he's just a combo machine. So it doesn't even matter. You're just dealing combos at the end of the day. I would prefer, and I think he can get better as more Blast-oriented units do release. But Saiyans are running the game, hence why Ku is just lower, hence why Daima is kind of checked right now. So let's place these guys back at their respective locations. I don't get mixed up. Yes, Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, obviously still a beast. Great last man standing unit, primarily on Daima to receive his indestructible. MUI Goku individually is the strongest unit in the game. There's no other unit dealing as much damage. Obviously, there's counterplay to him, just like there is for any unit. But this unit is just stupid, bro. So like his auto gauge with the auto damage, you know, literally nuke your entire health bar. It's really just a crazy damage character. Obviously, if you're able to utilize the unique gauge, it can be very brain dead. But with the hands of a skilled player, this guy is the best unit in the game. And it's simply said like that. So if you're able to kind of not waste the gauge, make correct plays, play passive aggressive, psyche your ops, you're having really good cover nullification with him. Not as good as Evo, by the way. So you can control this with like the transformations, the entries, etc. like that. The main ability, you're going type neutral, but the counter, the lock-in counter, green card into blue card situation, it just hits way too hard. So yeah, this guy's just a monster and he shuts down red units like no tomorrow. I mean, he's shutting down all the rest of the units no matter what. So endurance is really cool. I will say these two units do not have the cancel buff effect. So Majin Vegeta is roaming free. These guys, anyone that can nullify endurance, it's just tough. They can be really sniped, and I think that's where the balanced nature comes from the team, which is why a lot of these other units are rated so highly. So guaranteed protection right here, and yeah, that's really it. That's the only guaranteed protection. Daima Goku isn't going to give you guaranteed protection. All the endurance characters are susceptible to some degree. This guy's nullifying endurance on blue card at level 3. This guy's lock-in snipe. This guy, I mean, obviously lock-in snipes as well. So unless you have Kaba, which he's not even like the greatest character to have, it's simply the utility of the cancel buff effects on the sidelines, which can be wasted. This is the list right here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like this. Honorable mentions would be these guys right here. I'm still arguing green mini Ku's greats. You know, this is not in any order. I'd probably still have Kaba last, but Saiyans, obviously 3 Ku's just a combo machine. Goes on forever. Great complementary for the rest of the Saiyans. Good color counter against the best units in the game. MVP is one of the best on Universe reps. Just a solid glue utility character. Extra vanish, supports. He's supporting Cell, he's supporting Universe rep. And he's got his Zenkai buffer, so he's just that much more optimized right now with his plat equip. Green Miniku, super underrated. I think his sub count lock-in is great, worth the mention. Decent 1%. I mean, decent. The fact that he's on the list is crazy, but you know, I see a lot of people rate him higher. I can see it and not see it at the same time. I think he's super valuable in a lot of situations, but in Proud, he roams. He's able to Zenkai buff Vegeta on Daima. I think that's a really cracked combination. If I had to add anyone else on the team, I don't even know. There's a lot of other great options, but it becomes very wide at this point. I've seen a lot of people mention TVB. If you guys want TVB, He's a good counter to MUI Goku. He's green. He counters just simply off of being a green character. He has the nullify the auto gauge, so he's able to catch this unit lacking. But I don't even know if he's a top 15 character, so I don't want to have him on the list because I'm uncertain. It's just a team dynamic thing. You know, you could rock Cell with him and then Grunks or MVP, and there's some play with him. Obviously, this is not even close to being a bad character. It's just he's a lot more susceptible to being one-shot sniped or taken care of, so it's a lot of easier play around him, in my opinion. And when you do catch a unit with Vegito Blue, though, as soon as you get him, if you have a green card, you can continue, and he becomes very strong. But one mistake, and it's pretty much over for this character right now, especially if you're not, you know, if you slip up before his transformation. So I am going to just not have him on the list. He's somewhere in the top 20. Pretty sure he can be argued 15. But Kaba as well, he's just making a really good honorable mention because of Universe Rep. So you're pairing him alongside the new Vegeta. You're pairing him alongside anybody. He's protecting you from the sidelines. He's pretty good damage. Just all the rest of the utility. I'm seeing a lot better utility from Kale and Caulifla. So there's that. But if you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is the top 10 list. I'll see you guys in the very next one. Stay frosty. I'm gone.
I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.